Again, my name is Sally Lewis, and I went Emerald in May of 2017. And something that was on my heart to share with you guys today was kind of hitting off the story of the tortoise and the hare. As we all know in this business, it doesn't matter how fast you go or how slow you go. Obviously, we know that success loves speed. There's a great video on that if you haven't watched that on YouTube. But consistency is the key of it all. And so no matter what your journey looks like, if you've been silver for 4 months or if you've been gold for a year, consistency is where your business can really pick up. And so the whole story of the tortoise and the hare was that, you know, he was saying, I'll beat you, I'm fastest, blah, 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 blah. But the hare kept stopping, and the hare took a nap, and the hare, you know, decided to go to the restaurant. And the tortoise, as slow and steady as he was, he never stopped, and he kept going, and the tortoise ended up winning the race. But I would love to throw a little twist on for you guys today, because let's be honest, the turtle was a lot slower than the rabbit. Am I right? Had the rabbit, the hare, I will call him the hare for consistency, had the hare been consistent, and had he not stopped, and had he not taken a break, had he just gone as fast as he could go and finished the race well, he definitely would have beaten the turtle. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes in this business, we can think to ourselves like, well, and something I always said to myself was, well, if I never quit, I'm going to get there eventually. As long as I don't quit, I will get there. And while that's true, I feel like sometimes we can use that as an excuse to not set goals well, to not take care of people well, to not help people underneath us go silver and reach their goals, because we're just thinking, oh, well, I did my posting for today, and I reached out to this person, and well, I've already signed 2 people this month. That's really great. And what that's doing is keeping you from really moving forward as fast as you could move forward. So I want to encourage you guys today. I know this may not be very long and maybe not very insightful, but when it comes to being the tortoise or the hare, as long as you're consistent and whatever your journey looks like, it's fine. And consistency, we know, will move forward. But I want to encourage you to set goals like the hare, to try and be fast and to move forward and to be strong and confident and all of those things, but be a consistent hare and don't quit and don't take naps. There are so many things that we could talk about, going off of this. But you guys, consistency is key in your business, but so is a healthy mindset of knowing, hey, if I set these goals, I can move forward. Hey, if I set, this marker in my brain that I want to earn this convention credit, or I want to be at this rank when I go to convention, or you know what, maybe I just joined and I'm kind of late in the game for the convention contest, but once Leaders Retreat contest comes around, I am working toward this prize, or I am definitely making it to Leaders Retreat. Those types of things in your brain, like, don't just allow yourself to say them and be like, but whatever happens, happens. As long as I'm consistent, my paycheck is still here, I'm still growing. Set those goals. I think something that's been so inspiring about Heather is that she set a huge goal without very many working uplines at all, like all the way to Celeste, I think, right? And she set a huge goal to go Emerald and put her mind to it, and had an amazing team of you guys going behind her. So I just wanted to encourage you with that today. Don't settle for being a consistent turtle, because you can go faster than you think you can. And while growth is growth, and collecting that paycheck is wonderful if you're working for it and not just collecting a paycheck, that's wonderful. But that doesn't mean that you couldn't go faster. That doesn't mean that you won't be gold or senior gold or ruby or senior ruby or be emerald by the time convention rolls around, or in time to make it to Hawaii this year. What it takes is setting the goal and finding that within you to be consistently working toward it. Something that was really inspiring that I heard in Hawaii last year was from Brooke Hemingway. And I feel like her and Emily Gibson, her level 1, are so great at doing and pushing each other and keeping each other accountable to do, is setting those big goals. I remember this was before they won the Mushike trip last year, but they talked to us about how 1 month Brooke's team had never even added close to 100 people, but she set that goal for herself, and even though it looked like it was never going to happen, she never allowed her mind to think, oh, well, we made it this far. At least we got this many people. She went out and she met new people, and she, reached out to even more people, and she encouraged her team to do the same. And they met that goal because she had that constitution inside of her to say, no, I set this goal and we're going to do what it takes to meet it, not just settle for, barely missing it or being so far away saying, well, it's just not going to happen this time. We'll do it next time. Don't allow those goals to be movable. And they did the same thing a few months later when the convention contest came around, because her and her level 1 Emily decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to shoot for Musha K. Even though Emily was just a sapphire and it seemed completely unlikely that they would even make it, they both did. And it's because they set that goal and they worked their tails off, but did it. And so often we just don't believe in ourselves maybe, or we just think it would be too hard, it would be too time consuming, but y'all, it's worth it. There's so many rewards to this business when you can set a goal and we can actually work hard to go for it. You're not only going to see that reflected in your paycheck immediately, the more business that you're doing, but you're also going to see that in reaping tons and tons of benefits, lives changed, and people reaching their own financial goals underneath you. So I hope you enjoy this little lesson today of the tortoise and the hare, and just want to encourage you, don't ever quit, but don't just not quit. Set some fun goals for yourself, be consistent, and go as fast as you can. Go as hard and as great as you want to be. You have the potential to be that. It just takes a little bit of goal setting and a lot of constitution and consistency. Y'all have a great Sunday. We'll talk to you later.